Three, two, one. Hello, ladies and gentlemen and others. Welcome back to the NEPA TV show. I'm your host, NEPA TV. That's me. And we're going to be commentating, castating, castmating StarCraft Brood War game between Dewalt and PianO on the map Eclipse. As you notice, it is going to be in the carbot graphics because I find the carbot graphics to be freaking adorable. And if you have a problem with it, that's okay. I mean, we all get to disagree. You know, I think it's healthy that we could respectfully disagree. But anyways, I have not casted a Brood War game in a long time. So let's introduce the players first. So I believe Dewalt is the Protoss. So Dewalt is up here. They got like different names and stuff. What happened to the freaking? Oh, interesting. Okay, I pressed something and it did the thing. Okay, anyways, but oh god, it did the thing again. Oh, wait a second. What's going on? Oh, it's so unprofessional. Bam. There we go. What? Bam. Okay, I guess I'm looking at their view. So let's yeah, I guess we'll figure it out. But we do have the production tab up here. Sorry. Haha. I'm very astute at this for sure. How do we get rid of this? Okay, unit panel. We'll just start playing with stuff, huh? How about that? Aha. Okay, bam. Yes, there we go. That's what I like to see. We'll reveal entire map and replay panel. Get rid of that crap because we don't need to see that. Okay, we're back on track. Okay, so bottom left we have August Rush. PianO as the Terran player. It would be really funny if he did not play the piano. I would assume he does with that name. Probably loves the piano. Knows how to use his fingers, especially if he's playing StarCraft. That statement sounded really weird out of context for sure. But anyways, looks like we actually have a gas steal from Dewalt. Dewalt straight up just denied the Terran gas. That might be annoying. Gas steal is definitely more detrimental in StarCraft Brood War as opposed to StarCraft 2, I feel. Because you only have one. StarCraft 2, you have to get rid of both. He actually, dude, the balls on this man. Oh my goodness. He actually stole some Vespian gas. He's like, haha, I am completely dominating you and there's nothing you could do about it. We do have a Zealot coming out in Carbot style. Look at him go. And there's actually an SCV that's coming by to scout. There's also a Zerg lurker egg right there. That's kind of cool. A little decal so that there's no mischievous photon cannon Russians or anything like that. I don't know. Usually when you see a neutral decal on the map, it's usually because the abuse was so strong that they needed to put that in. So there we go. We got 2 Marines coming out, and they're going to take down that simulator, which has been pretty annoying, and actually 3 SCVs are killing it on top of that, and then we'll immediately see our refinery come down. So if I were a betting man, I would assume that PianO has encountered this before, and I would not be surprised if gas steals are way more common in 1 as opposed to 2. Also, random note, I am going to be just doing Brood War. I've played simply too much StarCraft 2, and I'd rather commentate StarCraft 1. I feel like it's more intricate and fun to watch. So sorry if you were enjoying the SC2 ones, but I'm going to be sticking with SC Brood War until another RTS game comes out in the near future, I'm sure. I forgot what it's called. There's a really cool RTS coming out in the future. But anyways, I digress. We have a bunker going down to defend against maybe some Zealot pressure. We do have 3 Zealots coming out. Bunker is filled. God, that is a cute bunker. I've actually never seen the Carbot one. And the Zealots don't give a hoot. They're actually going to go past the bunker and just go straight for the natural, forcing the Marines to come out. There is going to have to be some micro as well. We'll see how many SCVs go down trying to defend this. And we do have a nice block. 1 SCV does go down. 1 Marine does go down. The 4 in the bunker are being forced to move up. And, oh, very annoying. The factory is also getting delayed because those Zealots. Another Marine does go down. A very precarious position for PianO. Sorry, I'm not familiar with the players here. But he does manage to defend it. Lots of delayed mining, for sure. Delayed construction of the natural. Delayed construction of the factory. Quite an effective push for 300 minerals, I'd say. Let's see if it's enough to turn the tide of the battle, as it were. Got an simulator going down as well. We'll see what route Dewalt ends up going. He's getting a second gateway, and we'll see what he techs into. So it's looking like just straight up gateway. And sorry, I am mesmerized by what these are. Look like little lesions. We do have a push coming out. We have 5 Marines. Dragoon is out in the field, and it looks like PianO's like, you know what? I didn't like that. Shield batteries down as well. Thought it was a photon cannon for a second, but I forgot shield batteries are also a thing. In fact, were the original thing. And actually, we see a bunker being constructed, and the SV is kind of in a really bad spot, unfortunately. But the construction is actually providing some kind of cover for those Marines. Dragoons are forcing down the Marines, and this push is going to get defended, but the bunker is almost... Dang, the SCV does go down. The Marines are going down. Once that SCV goes down, that's pretty much it for the push. The shizzle. And the bunker that is under construction is actually going to die as well. Barracks, constructing some arenas, and let's see here. Let's see what else we got. We do have siege upgrade being researched, and then we have a siege tank coming out as well. So if there was going to be a push from Dewalt, it's going to be quickly thwarted by this siege tank, for sure. Once the first shot goes off, he will have to pull back, and it looks like Dewalt is going to be pushing down, and I assume my prediction will be correct, but I could be wrong. You never know. We actually have a third going down. SCV smartly scouting this area and notices, yep, he just sees the pylon. Protoss is going for the third. Wouldn't be surprised if PianO ends up going for a third as well. Dragoon going in. Dragoons are just going to straight up ignore the siege tank and focus it down. And unfortunately, those SVs were a little late to the party. I was not expecting the Dragoons to go straight in either, so I do not blame the slight delay. Vultures are going to be... the Vulture is going to be repaired here and does hold off. Dragoons looks like they outrange the bunker. Today I learned. That's pretty cool. Very annoying position. We'll see if another siege tank's coming out. Yes, another siege tank is going out. We have 2 Vultures and actually a dropship, not a medevac, a dropship. If you're not familiar with Brood War, I assume you are if you're staying around for the Carbot graphics, but, or maybe not, I don't know. Anyways, the point is, we're probably going to see some damage go down for the Vultures. Bunkers being focused down. Dragoons do quite a bit of damage, especially in mass. Siege tank is down, and it's going to force the Dragoons to back off. Meanwhile, the dropship is going to the natural expansion of Dewalt. We'll see how much damage it does. Will there be spider mines? I don't think so. It's just going to be focus of the probes. One single Dragoon, 3 Dragoons actually are, my bad, are coming down to try to assist. Some spider mines coming down. Some damage going down. And that Dragoon does die. And the Vultures... I think we actually lost a Vulture. We lost a Vulture, but quite a bit of damage, quite a bit of delayed mining has been done because of that. So I would say that's a successful push. Meanwhile, third is almost complete for Dewalt. Getting a pylon wall off here. Tried to negate some of those Vulture run-bys, I assume. That would make sense to me. We also have 2 siege tanks. Will PianO go for a third base? I imagine relatively soon. We have a missile turret down as well. I don't see a third. That's a Marine. I thought it was an SCV. Oh, that's okay. So maybe the third is not as necessary as it is for Protoss. Maybe it's like the reverse in this game where Protoss has to be 1 base ahead as opposed to like how Zerg needs to be 1 base ahead of their opponent at all times, essentially, in order to be even, right? Could be that case in this game. I don't know. Again, not an expert. I'm just observing. I'm commentating what I observe. That's what these are. That's what most commentators are, I feel. Marine does get decimated. My goodness. Dropship is pulling back. We have 2 Dragoons in a very smart position. Oh my god. Oh, freaking crazy predictions. They're actually impressive. I guess he just kind of knew. He knew that the dropship would be there, but the dropship does live, so SCVs will get on that and repair. Meanwhile, Vultures are doing a little run by here, putting spider mines throughout the map. Looks like Terran is going into his orthodox mech build that we see versus Protoss a lot. Vultures going by. Dragoons can't really catch them. Vultures ignoring the Dragoons. Almost hold position micro there. Spider mines going down. Does the Protoss have detection? He is getting a Reaver that's drooling. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. And we see actually a Photon Cannon going down, and I think a Spider Mine did a bunch of damage. Oh my goodness, so many probes are just dying. It is an absolute massacre right now. And even the Photon Cannon might go down too. It probably is. Oh, wait a second. We'll see what happens. Yeah, okay. Cool beans. It looks like it is down. Okay, so we got a missile turret as well. We got some ComSat stations as well. So we'll be able to see some detection in case Protoss does go for some Dark Templar. Would be cool to see some Arbiters as well. We have a large Dragoon count right now, actually, as well, which is pretty cool. Third base is mostly saturated. Don't really need that third gas. Tsunagi is the gas. Oh, well, maybe he doesn't need gas. Who knows? I'd be curious to see what Dewalt ends up going. I actually don't know what you do as Protoss versus Terran. I just know what Terran does versus Protoss, which is mech. I assume, yeah, Dragoon seems like a great option because of the mobility for Shizzle. Yeah. Charon boosters, so it's Goliath range. Very cool. Missile range. So yeah, we are going to see Goliath, siege tanks, vultures, the whole 9 yards in terms of the factory works. Is there anything else you could build in the factory? Can I even see? No, it no let me. Dang. That's fine. I'm curious what, like, the Terran ends up doing afterwards. I wonder if that's just binary thinking. What am I smartly placed here to try to thwart a 5th base? Because I assume that the 4th base will be here. Dragoons are placed in such an area. And the observer that looks like a fish. That's pretty cool. I love how the shield battery has literal battery in the center. That is funny. Oh my god, the Carbot creator is quite clever. Him and his team. I'm sure he has a team. Unless he does all this alone. It's just like, damn. That's a lot of work. I have to imagine he has a team by now. There's no way, right? Yeah. Anyways, we got a large force from PianO. We have siege tanks, Goliaths, even some Marines in the mix, which is pretty cool. We see a dropship too. We might see some micro going down to try to save some of these precious units. We got a Reaver. Oh my god. I've never seen the Reaver Carbot before. That's awesome. And we actually see a shuttle, so we'll see some Reaver micro. So it looks like Dragoon Reaver is the way to go. Based on this game anyways. Lots of spider mines. This is the type of PvT I've remembered. Just a whole array of minefields everywhere. And the observer is absolutely necessary at this point. Siege tanks are going down to try to thwart this attack. Dragoons, they do see the vultures. They are going to attack. Definitely a lot of hold position micro. We actually do see a drop as well. I think it was a siege tank and vulture, but we'll see how much damage it did. I think it did quite a bit. But Zealots were there to try to save the day. I assume they have legs at this point. As in charge. Like the increased speed. Yeah, anyways, Dragoon goes down. Very nice. Reaver in position. We'll see what it does. Oh my god, a huge Reaver hit. Actually killed 3 vultures. ComSat does go down, but the Reavers do go down. And oh, actually, the trade is not so Daijobu anymore. For sure. Dang. That sucks. Well, luckily we can go get some more Reavers, I'm sure. Botics Bay probably building some more. Do we actually have a second one? I don't see one. See a Forge, though. That's upgrading. Huge engagement in the center. Dragoons. And we have siege tanks. Tons of siege tanks. This is a ballsy move to try to attack this head-on, but he is going to do it. Zealots moving in. We'll see how much damage he ends up doing. Just a flood of Protoss are moving in to try to stop. The micro seems to be enough because it's fairly even right now. Wow. Actually cleaning up the Terran force. I was not expecting that. I thought it was going to be completely one-sided, but I guess just the minute details and microing really saved the day. This dropship is still here. Still has a siege tank. Thought I saw something else that was green right here, but definitely can't push right now, especially because of the freaking minefield here. But we'll see how many troops ends up going down. 4th is actually going down right now. Photon cannon going to try to thwart off these vultures. No. Okay, two photon cannons in the 3rd base here. That one's nice and protected. There's a cat on my leg. Hello, baby. Hi. I love you. All right, bye now. Such is the life of the cat. The life of the cat does that all the time, doesn't it? Yeah. So, very cool, very cool. Third base. We actually still don't have a third base from the Terran. I am surprised. I guess it really is not that important as a Terran player to get a third base. Not sure why. Seems like you would have a third at this point. I don't know. I am no professional. I don't know this game. But yeah, cool. Very cool, very cool. We got a Reaver here. It's 5 Scarabs. Bunch of damage. Actually see a Stargate going down. We have an Arbiter Tribunal, so we will see Arbiters, which is nice. What would you have your Arbiter do? For your Halo fans out there. And if you are a Halo fan, you probably noticed the Pelican that I'm in on the top left of the screen. I'm sure you noticed it immediately once you went on this video. Only true Halo fans would know. Just kidding. Anyways, I digress. Siege tanks going top. See how much damage the Dragoons are being moved, and wow, completely decimates these pylons and buildings. Siege tanks do a lot of damage. Zealots are moving in. They're going to soak up a lot of damage, so we'll see what happens here. Dragoons do need to micro at this point. Spider mines are placed in quite a good position. We have a shuttle going right on top of the siege tanks. The shuttle taking the Zealots right on top of the siege tanks. Siege tanks' worst nightmare once they're in siege mode is up close combat. So once those Zealots are right in their face, they can't shoot because that is danger close, and also it's physically impossible in this game. So there you go. Not only is it morally wrong, but it's physically incorrect as well. Okay. Photon cannons are here to try to thwart this attack still. And I'm surprised that PianO is putting all of his eggs in one basket. I would have assumed a double-pronged attack, but maybe with mech you need to stick together into this giant ball, essentially. But we'll see what happens. Dewalt is doing an excellent job of defending. He is going to lose this fourth, but he's still alive, is what I mean. Yeah, we'll see what fourth he takes. He could take this fourth down here, perhaps. It is pretty far out of the way in terms of defense. But if he gets away with it, that's some secret income for sure. Maybe even this base, too. That'd be kind of cool. A little ninja expansion. Engineering bay is being used to scout as well. I forgot about that. That is pretty funny. And the fourth base is completely decimated at this point. What will Dewalt do? I am curious. Just Dragoon Zealot at this point. We do see an Arbiter coming out, which will be nice. Which means that Protoss can do a lot of hit and run tactics because of that recall ability and whatnot, which is always fun to see. Wish Arbiters were in 2. Arbiters are pretty cool. That would have mind. Not would have mind. The Spider Mine is still there at the 5th too, which is pretty funny. That is definitely going to get secured, especially with this. Yeah, this 4th is secured too. I would imagine Dewalt is just gonna. He either has to push this out, or he's got to go on the offensive somehow. We do see some long distance binding, and actually, PianO. Oh wait, was that a Dark Templar? I think. Oh no, they were High Templars doing some Psystorm harass. Oh, they probably did a lot of damage too. I just missed it. My bad. But interestingly enough, PianO actually got 2 bases at once, so that's kind of cool. I don't really see that much. It could be just conducive to this game. But, yeah. Pretty cool either way. For shizzle. So, Dewalt is going to take this base down here. It is a little exposed, but he can't really take this one because of the defense. He's going to try to. He has 2 photon cannons down here as well. And he's going to clear out these spider mines as well. I really enjoy the observer discipline here. He always has an observer with his army everywhere. I tend to get lazy with observers, so it's just really cool to see from my perspective as well. Yeah. So, got a big minefield here, too. And we do see a push coming out. So, we'll see what ends up happening. There are 2 siege tanks in position. That could thwart this. The Arbiter is on the field. We'll see what it ends up doing. Probably lots of recall. There is a comp set that goes down. Completely negates the Arbiter cloak ability, and there is a whatever that is. I believe that disables the siege tank. I think that's one of the Arbiter abilities. So Arbiter is pretty dope. I think I've already said it. Probably plenty of times. Looks like there was a little bit of a double-pronged attack. Dragoons coming from the north. And actually, Dewalt is going to go straight for the siege tanks since they are kind of distracted. Arbiter going down, Comsat's going down. Zealots going in. A nice stasis field. That was actually a really sick stasis field. Psystorm does go down. Going to clean up most of these units, and then once these are done with the stasis, Dewalt will clean that up as well. Third base is going to take a lot of damage for sure. We actually see a science vessel as well. Psystorm does go down on that clump, and this stasis field is about to be the duration's about to be complete, so we'll see these units be activated once more. And Dewalt will be in a really bad position, but that means PianO will be in a good position. The balance of the battle, and there we go. Wow, that lasts a long time. That is pretty cool. See how the saturation is doing over here. Fully saturated base over here, and actually grabbing the 5th as well. For Dewalt. Dewalt's going to have to get out of there. I don't think he has enough energy for recall, nor would he probably use it because he has ample room to get out. And actually, he's kind of turning the tide here, just sort of shooting and scooting, kiting his opponent here. PianO's not out of this yet. He still has some bases. He has ample room to defend, especially with siege tanks. Mech, pretty great for defenses. Which makes me want to play Terran. I love fortifications, man. Fortifications, that is my jam. So, let's see what happens here. Sorry, I just noticed my kitty, and I was reading a text. My bad. Just lost my train of thought here. Lots of gateways. Love the building placement. Thing that's really important about StarCraft Brood War, if you did not know, is building placement is way more important than 2 because this game's terrain is not as forgiving as StarCraft 2 grid system. You have to be pretty. You actually have to have a specific pattern to have a complete wall off at, like, say this choke. You can't just wing it and then have a complete wall off. You actually have to have specific buildings in order to do so and whatnot. But there is an attack on this little base here. This is what I was talking about earlier. It's going to be kind of hard to defend. He is going to try to. Dewalt is going to try to, but the Vulture's kind of having a little feast here, taking care of the probes. By taking care of them, of course, I mean doing the opposite, completely killing them. And that was an extremely good move from PianO. He did a lot of damage. There are some probes that are being transferred out, so there will be still income. There will be income. But, yeah, there's a Comset on the north as well, and that's exactly what I was thinking. I would attack to the north now because frickin' Dewalt's forces are spread a little thin here. Dragoons are in position, though. We'll see how much damage. There it is. Science Vessel's actually in stasis mode. Arbiter is up here. Think about the Arbiters. Lots more mobility for the Protoss. Siege tanks are down, doing a lot of damage, and those Dragoons are pretty not looking so great. And the Science Vessel, I believe it still provides vision, even in that stasis mode, which is really cool to see. There is going to be a push out. Zealots moving in with 2-1 upgrades. Unfortunately, 3-2 upgrades for the Terran. So the upgrade advantage does go to the Terran player. But the numbers might just be enough. We have a Psystorm, I believe, that just went down. I missed it. Stasis going down on a lot of the siege tanks here. Very good stasis. And the Protoss is just gonna straight up sit on top and wait for that stasis to go down and completely decimate that force. Meanwhile, we got a lot of spider mines that are completely negating the rally point of probes down there at that base. And it looks like Dewalt is just going to go for it. He doesn't give a hoot. He's going to try to do as much damage as possible. He has a High Templar cross in his arms. You know, a little attitude. It's all good. And I have to imagine that this stasis field will be done. That was a very nice Psystorm. Quite a bit of damage as well. Those troops were clumped. Stasis is about to go down. There it goes. And siege tanks will go down, but the Protoss main force is completely gone except for this batch of reinforcements. Going to have to secure this base. He has to hold this base. It is quite paramount for his economy and whatnot. As you can see, it's rather low right now. See what ends up happening. I actually just noticed the APM. Jesus Christ. Siege tanks are going down. Nexus is being focused as well. We'll see if we get another base down here for Dewalt. And as we've noticed before, PianO doesn't really need the bases. He just needs these 4 bases that he has already. But I think he is going for a 5th. Because we see an SEV here. Yeah, so he's going for a 5th. Just as I say it, he gets another base. He has ample room to do so. And pretty soon he's actually going to have to start pushing into the Protoss' territory. So this game, the margin for error is getting smaller and smaller as time progresses, for sure. And there's actually a GG from Dewalt. Valiant effort. Very good game. Certainly tried his best. PianO played excellent, capitalizing, doing a bunch of damage. Great micro, spider mines all over the map. Basically what you want to do as Terran is really cool to see. So that's going to be it. Ladies and gentlemen and others, thank you so much for watching this episode of PvT, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.